So guys, today deck that I never expected to enjoy as much as I did. Not only we broke into top 830 Mythic rank with this one, but the games that you will see today just blew my mind. And you see some of the craziness in the background, but it's just a start. Enjoy, and you might like it more than you think. And we are getting the ramp, so against Scavenger we need to be fast, because they can already drop the big stuff. Sheltered? Oh, you have it. Wow. Wow, first time in history. Obviously this is their best card, and this is also their best opening, so, you know, not super happy about this one. How can we play? This is for later. We can get, you know what? There's no way we'll catch them with 2 toughness. So I think we have to drop this and also find the color. I think we should be fine on the colors here. Let's go white because we have this. And maybe next turn we can go for Aang. At this point they should not have sheltered, so we can kinda go a little bit, you know, wild on the board. And hopefully that will be enough. Swing? Yep. Yep, here you go. Here's your swing for the day. Okay, this is a land, it might not seem like it. And we could make some plays here, but I think we just go for this. And we need to hit something that is relevant. Please, a relevant card, thank you very much. Oh man. We are cooking, but is that too slow? This sheltered really put them ahead. Like, this is one of the cards that if you cannot answer, it very often just steals literally the whole game. But our deck can scale harder maybe. Our opponent is really considering this Boros counter spell. Alright, we finally got it. I was legit thinking about this card, so let's take this. By the way, Death Touch, very nice. What do we go for? We could play this, but I don't think it's worth it, so let's just go for Aang. I think this is just the best, and they don't really have a way to block. Even if they pump it by +1/+1, it will be a 3/2, so it cannot kill the Siegebreaker. And we'll get another. Our opponent is really tanking on those 0 moves. Okay, finally. I think they have probably Shard Mage Rescue or Burst Lightning, and that's literally it. Okay, let's go. Let's get some more stuff. Now we will be getting this every turn. By the way, not legendary. I like this, but not on this turn. So we will just go with another Siegebreaker. Can we? Wait, how does it work with a token? I actually have no idea. When this creature... Yeah, we exile. Whenever this creature attacks, for each opponent, create a tap token that's a copy of the exiled card. So this won't be a card, and we will get nothing, I believe. So we just take the damage. I think we chill. So, nice damage, it's 7, not very meaningful. We did it to get the extra cards, because as you can see, our board just massively improved on this turn. And this one has Death Touch. So if they don't have a way to give flying to Scavenger, we can just kill it, whatever the stats are. And they don't have double strike yet. Oh, Sleek Shot. When your 1-drops are just not fast enough on killing. Oh boy, are we already dead? I mean, it's late game, we both have 4 lands, so it's the final time to end the game. Getting some classic hexproof against Death Touch. I think our top 600 Mythic player still needs to learn a lot about basics of Magic. What the hell was this? If they knew about it, they should target Sleek Shot. So that means they don't know what Hexproof does, and stats and Death Touch. Like, one of those things was missed. So what can we do? Now we should really win the game. I think it's Aang. So we probably go for this first. We could also go Reinforcement, but it's not a kill yet. Okay, and we tap this. So we get all the mana colors. Now we swing definitely with this, I think with 1 guide. We could get a lot of mana, but I want to deal some damage already. So next turn I hope we can go for the Lethal, and here we will get stuff. Another target ally you control gains indestructible, that's not bad. We'll bounce this, block with Aang. So this is a protection spell, but this deals more damage. I will go for this just to make sure that we can kill on the next turn. And we still have all the plays. That's a lot of damage. And we still have a lot of answers. This is fine. Man, I have to say, Siegebreaker is so incredibly fun with Aang. It's just creature that is tutoring 3-4 every single turn. Of course, sometimes you don't hit 4 but you still get a creature every single turn. I love cards like this, man. We should be having more of this and less of this. Sure, double strike. The problem is that they might have Shard Mage Rescue. And we're at 7. So there are a lot of small problems here. If the last card is Shard Mage Rescue, we might be in some serious trouble. But I have a play around it. Because our opponent needs to cast it in order to get the kill. Okay, we need to block every single one of them. Okay, so this will be kinda important. I don't think they have Trample. I think this is the block that we should go for. I think this is the block. We could of course trade here. So I think they will cast this. This will be a 3-3. So we could, but we want to go for the lethal. We are fine with it. Bro, they have nothing. So we could Aang here. I think they have nothing. This is 2 damage, so we will go to 5. This deck cannot deal remaining damage. I will check. I'm doing it just for priority. They have nothing. Because on 5 they cannot burn us with 1 card. I needed to check to make sure that there's nothing. They can play it to block, but they lost the second part of the hit. We kill the spider. We lose the dude. We have more allies. And I think this should be very close to lethal with this. We don't want to tap the guides. We'll see if we draw the land. Of course they can replay the slick shot and block with it. But that also means they are losing the slick shot and we still have things on ground. So even if this goes extra turn, they cannot kill us here. Our Chris 4-10, the Mighty, has 2 cards. I mean, for Boros Enjoyer, guys, this could take years, centuries. We might go into standards rotation before this turn ends. The decisions are plenty. You can play slick shot and pass the turn. They play a slick shot. What a crazy play. Okay, so we will definitely drop this dude. We'll also pump the ally. And that's a lot of damage. So they can block this. This will be the most. So this is 6, 10, 13 damage. That's a kill. And I think I didn't count this guy. Not sure, but we are getting it anyway. Sure. That means we'll get live game too. Very nice. Very nice. And our opponent is 100% dead. Man, that was such a cool game. Yep. They didn't even block. We overkill. That's a nice win. Okay, going first with the... Oh man, this could be nice. This could actually be so nice. White mana, go. We need green mana on the next turn. We play the guide. Then we can also go for this dude. Then we go this and this. Man, we have some serious plays, but we might be against control, which is actually not perfect for us. We absolutely play. This guide is so insanely good. And we are going for this. This deals way more damage. And we can even protect everything. Okay, this is kind of wild. The fact that this 1-drop can protect every key creature for, you know, all the next turns. And this is nice. We could go for the Siegebreaker, but we are not getting good value from it. Okay, I think this is the play. And this is the mirror control. We need to hit really fast. Full swing. That's what we do. We have vigilance on this. This is kind of nice. We need to be aggressive. Like, we'll lose in like 3 turns or something. And we need to really deliver damage. This is our ace. And this too, because it has haste. So those are creatures that can push extra damage that opponent doesn't expect or calculate. This is forest. Oh, wait. Yeah, we can. So we go for... Oh, we can get any color. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, how are you tapping like this? So we go for this now, because this way we can use the mana, and this is actually a next play. So, kinda massive. Oh, I could still sacrifice, but they're tapped, so it doesn't matter. And now we play a next one, so we still get board protect. Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, our friend thought the same thing. Bro, this is unfair, and I agree. It is completely unfair. However, they can still win. It all depends how quickly they will sweep, and we need to prepare for it. We can use this to prepare for a sweeper, but they can kill it and then go for it. I think this is the play. Because we need this pump already on this turn. We need to scale this damage. But Sloth, the Siegebreaker was highlighted. Nope, no time. Must hit face. Yes, we hit face. Okay, that was actually a disgusting win. And this is how we break into top 1000. This was not fair, man. Like, honestly. So guys, this will be a little bit different. This is the only voiceover in this video because I really wanted you to see this game. It starts innocently, but you will see, without spoiling anything, toward the end, it will be very, very different. You will know exactly. So right now we are a little bit behind here, and I'm not very happy with the situation. We're on the draw. Our opponent has basically better creatures already. We have 1-drops, they have double 2-drops, and those cannot really be removed. And of course, flying can be very, like, you know, drop very quickly. Like, if they enchant with anything, we already know we are on timer, so that's never a great situation to be in. And next turn it's the Siegebreaker. And by the way, I rewatched the whole match before recording this voiceover, just so you guys get the good commentary and I don't mess anything up. So I was a little bit devastated here. I really thought they don't have sheltered, at least this one time, and it puts us even more behind than before, and already gives the flying, so that means we cannot even block it. So right now we are on full timer, and we cannot remove a single creature against deck that scales them to like 2-turn lethal. So, not great. Here we absolutely need to go for the Siegebreaker. And you know, we are not really getting anything out of this right now on this turn. Of course, we can hit Protector, which means we are getting allies. So for this turn, this play kinda sucks. It does nothing. However, this is why I'm highlighting Voyager, because on the next turn, while we will create a lot of allies, forever, every turn. I'm just skipping the Death Toucher, hoping that maybe the second Aerialist cannot get the flying, so, you know, maybe we mitigate some damage. You can see that I'm very excited about survival on this one. And honestly, I considered it might already be over. Of course, if they have like Ethereal Armor into, you know, second one or even sheltered, it's probably enough damage to push for a kill. And we only will have one flyer with Aang on the next turn at best case. So a little bit problematic. And our opponent indeed is going for Chartmate Rescue to get this double flying. We cannot block. 6 damage. Down to 5, knowing we will down the next turn. And here's the Voyager. Second one. And just like this, now I have an idea. Like, if we play 2 of them instead of Aang, because originally I was considering just going Aang and seeing what we will hit from the top, but double Voyager is so much life gain and also card advantage, and every time we attack with Siegebreaker, we get even more life gain and more stuff. Our mana is supreme. We have all the colors in every amount we kinda want, so we are already starting with the life gain. So we started from 5 here. This is the second Voyager, which means the first one is already drawing a card, which is really cool. You know, we still need to fight them on the card, so even life gaining is not good enough on its own. And here we can go Passage. We are not hitting anything more. I could probably attack here, to be honest, first and see. I think we still have 1 card. But the life gain is the most important part, because that might let us survive another hit. And if with this setup, next turn is looking incredible for us. But of course, we need to survive, and we have no idea how much pump they have. So, of course, this is not really relevant damage. They don't play leyline, we cannot kill them on this turn, probably not on the next one too. So I'm going for some shenanigans here, you know, because the creature sacrifices itself anyway. So I'm like, technically I should target something. No, not really upside, but then I thought that showing that I can do this trick is already probably more value lost than just not doing it, because we can maybe surprise opponent at some of the turns. So this was a great moment. Only 6 damage, which means we untap with double Voyager, Siegebreaker, Aang, and we also have Katara right now, which we have 1 in the whole deck. I definitely didn't remove second one because this is like the budget version. And I didn't have the wildcard for the second one, definitely not. So now we not only get 2 triggers from Voyager, but each one of them is doubled with Katara. And this one, this one is not an ally, but it still triggers double triggers from Voyager. And suddenly, 6 damage a turn feels like a little bit of a meme. Like they cannot burst us anymore at this rate. And we also have the reinforcements, which create 2 creatures, actually 3, because this is also an ally that gets doubled trigger. And the double trigger gets double trigger from Voyager, and this is why I wanted to showcase you this game, because those synergies are so much better than I expected. I was genuinely surprised how we are still alive in this game. So we have these reinforcements, of course we cannot ambush, and now our opponent needs to think about attacking, because we have quite a lot of damage. It's what, 5, 7, 11 damage already on the board. We have 13 potentially, but of course they get the life gain, so we know we cannot kill on the next turn, but we're getting close here. So I'm going for reinforcements, just for all this life gain, and also if you play it on the opponent's turn, well, the once a turn draw of card on Voyager is reset, so we can draw new cards. And, you know, now it's getting completely crazy when we not only cannot die because of crazy life gain, we also never lose on the cards because we get so many new ones, and the more we draw, the more we get. And even our opponent is absolutely surprised. Honestly, I was as surprised as our opponent with the power level of those synergies. So now, of course, we can go for the Aang finally and try to tutor for something huge. We could even try to go for the Siegebreaker, like another one. If we hit it, we could go for the Aang, but here we didn't hit it. So of course Voyager seems super tempting, but this has flying. And that's all I care about, making sure that we have creatures that can interact. Of course, because of the ward, we cannot remove any creature. We could theoretically pay 2, but it's just not worth it when we have reinforcements. This is so much life gain, it's worth more than just removing a creature at this point. May is really good because it punishes them for playing any auras, and that helps us to get the lethal potentially on the next turn. So I went for May here, so we don't need to pay mana for it, and we still keep the reinforcements. And attack here is actually kinda crazy, not only because we have so many creatures that if we could lose something it would be fine, but look at the Siegebreaker. We are getting this vigilance guy that can protect any creature that dies. So they have 1 blocker, at most they can kill 1 creature, and we can protect it with this token that would die at the end step anyway. So this is like perfect attack. It means that we don't even need to care about how they block or will they block, because we are not losing anything. And honestly, even if we lost and we won, it would be good enough because we have such a wide board. But of course here we can go for this. And fun interaction, Aang actually triggers from this ability because we still lost an ally. It left the battlefield, so we can transform it later, which I completely didn't notice until it already transformed. So now we are dealing tons of damage, we are not really losing anything, and we still have the reinforcements, which is so important. And this is why we hold this 2 mana. Whatever happens, we have ambush, more power for the counterattack to kill them on the next turn, and of course we can life gain so much. And yes, I'm very excited about the transformation because it surprised me. But to be fair, it probably doesn't make a difference. Yep, so they go for Charge Mage Rescue to pump a little bit of lifelink, but they get double trigger from May, so this is already 4 damage because of, you know, our passive on Katara, I believe, right? That's the name. It's small when I'm recording. So our opponent can play one more spell and then they die. Unless it's only creature, so they need to attack first for the lifelink, but generally you get more defensive if you don't attack with lifelinker. Here they still lost a blocker, so I'm pretty sure that counter attack will just kill them. We can of course take this damage, not a big deal. And yeah, we can even go reinforcements at the end step for even more damage, more life gain, and more cards. This is complete domination at this point, man. I was so surprised, and I'm wiggling the cards because I wanted to pump the whole board with +1/+1, and this is how we hit top 830 Mythic. And by the way, guys, you can kinda see that when you are playing Mythic, like nearly every game is just some net deck. Like every single game is usually one drop aggro trying to kill you, sometimes Cavern deck. And you just cycle between those, decks that try to play the turn 4 kills. So, a lot of variety in ways how you die on turn 4. But every play is still you dying on turn 4. We go for human always. We can go for the guide. And I mean, this is the play. I think our opponent will most likely win, but we could do stuff. I mean, we can kill one of the creatures, but what about the second one? I think we chill. It's also an instant. If we attack, then we cannot go for the... You know what? I will chill, because there is a chance for Sheltered. Soon they will get double strike, and we can play this against Sheltered. So very cool, very cool. And I mean, we have 3 power. Simrip. Not super happy about it. Could be worse, could be better. Do we kill the Survivor now? We could also... No, next turn it's Aang. So we have to go. This is our 2 creatures, and we kill the Survivor. Die, as you should. And then we will lose the guide. We cannot really block very well with this one, so it's kinda fine. It's also a premium, so each deal damage equal to their... Oh, they actually have everything. Good for our opponent. This only gives indestructible. By the way, look at this opening. We are, guys, on turn 2. Our opponent is already just spamming multiple spells per turn. And each one of them, perfect. Like having 1 mana removal into 1 mana saving from our removal is just so huge for them. So let's go for the garden, because we can cast this. What can we do? I think we need to risk it. We absolutely need to risk it. We need to try to catch them when they are pumping with double strike, getting some, potentially sheltered. I hope not, but maybe. And then we need to catch it. See? This is why you wait. We were super hard losing on the draws by being on the draw, but this play completely switched the whole game. Not sure if that will be enough to win, but it will be enough to buy us like 2 full turns, because now they need to start replaying everything from scratch. Okay. Can we? So this is 2 mana and we get 3 or 4, so we cannot play anything. Let's drop this bad boy. We can get the red mana from this, but not black and red. So if we draw the, the Mardu thing, it might be a bit of an awkward situation. But we will have Aang at this point. Aerialist is good for us on this turn, but it will be hard to, interact for all the next turns. They cannot attack, so that's good. Now we need to start scaling like really, really fast. Wait, we can go for both. Okay, this is incredibly massive. I have to say, this ally deck is actually really fun. It has so many interactions. Like, this is a legit 3-ball. Not just slick shot with extra steps. This is actually like full deck of cool synergies. Okay, we have Katara. This is a big card for us. And we have the new board. It's so cool that we basically wasted blockers on this part to get extra creatures, but now we have full board of new, creatures, so we can still block, but we have double the power. Honestly, Sheltered is the one card that I fear the most. Oh, Ethereal Armor is very strong. I can start attacking now. I think we have to take it. They should attack with it. I'm very happy they didn't. Okay, so we take the damage. We take the damage. First, Aang is incredibly important. But second... Moment. They don't really have any spell, so this will not hit them. I think we need to go for Katara, the Fearless, so we get the most stuff on this turn, and we probably have to swing. Those double triggers are helping so much. Wrong land. We could waterbend maybe, but first, let's just attack. I think we might play another Aang. This is a lot of damage, man. Go this. This guy is very important, so I think we chill. This has flying. They are tapped, so this cannot really block protectors. This is really good card. I think we go like this. How much mana do we have? Potentially 3, 4. Oh, Vigilance. But they can block it. If they block it, then we don't have mana. But we block with Aang, so it should be okay, I think. I cannot risk it. We need 5 mana. We actually need 5 mana here. And this has Summoning Sickness. Okay. Good. And now we can play Aang. We'll also get another creature. We keep the one that is untapped. Yep. Trigger. Yep. Thank you. Yep. Way better board. What do we get? I don't think we want anything, honestly. I think we chill. And here we can get 2 no, we get Aang! This is massive! We keep this dude. And we airband. We get life, we get, I think, cards. We can get rid of the token permanently, so this is very sweet. I would love... Man, we don't have 2 mana, right? This one has haste, but we have only 1. Yeah, everything else has Summoning Signal. We could pay the word if we got another Siegebreaker. I think that's it. Bro, the interactions in this deck are kinda insane. Love it. Love it. It's a fun deck. Oh, do we? I didn't expect it will already flip. I don't remember when it does it. When another creature controller leaves the... Oh, bro. We beat it. This guy was top 700 Mythic. So, yeah, pretty darn good. Okay, we absolutely have to go for this color. The mana might be very rough. We won't be able to play May, but we want the Lieutenant. It is white, so we'll get double pump on this guy. And we need to roll with it. Not exactly the land I wanted, but I guess the colors... Man, you need at least one of those lands that fixes mana. Then everything is fine, because you can, switch and sometimes get black from it, sometimes blue. But here we actually did miss both. You know what? Normally this hurts, but we might not have a different play, so this might be good for us. Maybe. We could miss them. Okay, so we go this. Now we play Guide. Now we can use this to fuel the mana. And now we can... Oh, now we can play everything. Let's go for May. This hits harder. This actually hits harder. Kinda important. But we have double May. So if we lose her, it's fine. I mean, that's pretty solid. Our opponent will probably make some blink shenanigans. I wonder if that's mono white or like Orzo. Normally it's Orzo. Oh, they are going for Angel deck. Very different. You are not an angel. It's an imposter. It's sus. Sure, Momo. And they still have the third. They played 3 creatures on 3 mana, and they decided to still not fast enough. Oh, man. Turn 3 gaming. Okay, we're going first, and man, Voyager is such a great card. I actually love it. You get so much value from this. I'm even considering if we can maybe play it later. Let's go for Ally. because we don't really care about protecting our stuff. We care about this hitting face on the next turn, and when we play this, it will hit for one more. Llanowar Elves. Okay. It is what it is. Let's go black mana. We will go with May, because that gives us 2 power and a little bit more damage. Solid curve, and we can combine this with 1 drop, and then 1 drop with hopefully a new ally. So we will get 2 cards from this, hopefully. Oh, the game is close to over. it's crazy when where standard is. Like, turn 3 or turn 4 are little late game. You are just preparing, warming up for a cool game, and it's like, yeah, it's over. Okay, oh, okay. I was just starting from... So, we can... No. We don't have white ally, so we want the pump. This is a good tap. And we can still save something. The problem is our opponent will play single player, not do anything for the whole game, and swing once and win. That's the, the problem, the issue. Our opponent will be playing literal single player for the whole game until the moment they can swing this. And that will be the only attack they will make for the whole game, and it's enough. So, yeah, that's a problem. We cannot remove it, which means we need to kill them faster, and if they have good draw, I don't think we can. Bursty Bill into double land is probably like 10 to 15 to 20 power, I don't remember the math. Yep, so counter, double, double. So it will be a 10-10 already. As you can see, you just die, man. Next turn it's Lifa. The famous turn 4 of standard where all the dreams die. And this is one of the reasons I honestly don't love playing high Mythic, because literally every game is like this. You cannot have any game that is like fun and long and you get, junky stuff. No. It will be just aggro decks killing you on turn 4 or you killing them on turn 4. It's okay. That's one way not to play an interesting game. Yay. So now we can swing, and that's not enough. There's no point in playing, right? The guy literally played 1 creature and swing. Cool. Yep, Otter, Boomerang, Otter. So the problem is that they will have so much scaling that they will just kill us before we play all of this. 3-3, of course you cannot block, because then you lose the whole board, and that's very, very, very bad for you. Okay, this is important. We could play May. We can supplement this for every color. I think we go for green. And we'll pay life. We could play 2 creatures. This will scale us very well, but we are close to the end game. So I'm not sure if we have time for 2 drop and 1 drop. This is so good for the next turn though. And we can start live game. I will try. The other choice would be May. And she would be kinda amazing, because she punishes every spell that they cast. But because we are on the draw, we don't have time to play this. On the play, I would absolutely play this. And they would probably scoop. But here, we need to, kinda fight for survival. Bro. Nah. Alright, some otters. Roaring Furnace. Okay, so we can probably protect the creature. At least they paid 2 mana, that's extremely expensive. I mean, it's an ally. That means we can protect it. It still hurts, but we need to live with it. That also means it's hard to attack. Yeah, you definitely need to opt in the response. Just for the morale boost. Yep. And now we can still block. So that's actually massive, because that was 3 life gain on top of the normal play. So we definitely do this. It hurts to pay. We have 5 mana, so it could be Aang, or we could go this into Lieutenant, which is very nice too. Aang scales very well, man. But this gives us a little bit of life gain. You know what? I think May is just so good here. So we will miss on the stats a little bit. But we can do this, and that's so massive, because now they start taking damage, so they need to answer May before anything happens. Will we block? Probably not with this dude. It's too important. And we have 2 blockers. Hopefully that will be enough. So let's see. This is the big turn. They barraged us with all the small otter stuff. Oh, they have another. That's so good for them. That is incredibly good. Oh, they want to... Interesting. Now they will swing. They should swing, bait the blocks, and then cast the opt or whatever they have. Flow state. I guess it's a sorcerer, so they kind of have to. But you can see, they went, I think, directly from 20 to 12 on a single turn. This is the power of May. We could lose one of those creatures. Man, 6 damage is so much. But they don't have burn. I hope. I think we need them. I could double block, of course, but it's just not perfect. And this is a pretty decent draw. Oh, did I mess up? I did No. Because I need all the allies to trigger this. We need this life gain and those cards. And let's get this. Man, we are producing like a freaking factory. Oh, now we got it. Now we got it. After the turn is over. Okay, now we can start blocking. Now we can start blocking. And we probably will. They have 2 creatures. We have 2 blockers that can absolutely, you know, die for it. And we have another guide, so we can still keep getting the mana. I want guide into Aang, into a new creature. And this small life gain actually helps us so much. Flow state, our opponent is just going into this infinite value aggro gameplay. The classic one. The classic. 1-drops with infinite value. By the way, they can go for, you know, like 2 cards per turn forever and no maximum hand size. And they can do it twice. There's just no time because it's not as good play as just rest of the plays. But they can also go into full control mode if they ever occurred. So let's see. They have still 1 spell. I think they have something. So those would be a 4/4. A little bit high. Alright, enough fun. Time to face the otters. I think they should attack with them. We'll probably double block, but it will be awkward. Our opponent is really tanking, but to be fair, they're at 8, so they need to think about counter-attack very seriously. And May? Bro, I want the counter. We should have a counter how much damage this card dealt. And don't forget, they could kill May, but they went for the guide. And May just absolutely slaughters deck like this. So guys, as you might probably expect at this point, I have some great news about this one. We completely crushed it, we ranked up, and I will show the score, and it was way higher than I expected, and the deck itself was way more interesting and fun than I expected as well. But before we talk about all of this, our absolute legend for today is Stackhouse A, another veteran on the channel, which makes me so happy. And my friend, I hope you enjoy some allies, because now we are allies, so thank you for that. Jokes aside, huge thank you for supporting the channel for all of this time. I hope you are having a great day, and this deck is for you, my friend. So for the allies, first we made some changes because this is like the meta version of the deck. However, I didn't have some of the wild cards. So for example, we are playing 1 Katara. I believe there were 2 in the original version and triple Lieutenant. I replaced it with 1 Reinforcements and double May. Originally in this deck, May is not here at all. However, in all honesty, with all the Izzet, Spell Slingers, all those small decks that like Opt, you know, Lessons, whatever they are doing, I think May can dish so much damage. And because we have this type of mana base, it is very easy to cast as long as it's an ally or human. You always name human here because of the Siegebreaker. It is human warrior, it's not an ally. So it's not full synergy, for example, with Allies at Last or Where Are You? The Guide, because it's an ally you control. It's not an ally. So this one is a little bit different, and this is why we name human on basically every land, and it's enough because it's still human. So we're ally deck, but mostly human deck. And you also have 1 more land like this in the build. I had to replace it we switched a little bit mana base to just to match the choices. And basically, you know, what we have here, it's like mostly white and green in the early game, and then you add one color for all those fancy plays. So guys, oh, and the results, we went 6 wins, 2 losses, and we went like 400 spots up in Mythic, and honestly we could go way higher. If we started with those results, probably, you know, top 100 Mythic or something should be pretty easy if we continue playing. So very powerful deck, and Allies is always lurking at those top tier decks. Usually it's not first, but it's always there since a very long time. So very powerful deck, tons of synergies, probably the best use of Siegebreaker in whole standard I have seen. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe. If you watched then until the end, you probably enjoy those videos, so that helps the channel, and also you won't miss the next video when we drop it. So yeah, huge thank you as well as to our patrons that help us make those videos every single day. Thank you guys so much. We wouldn't be here without you. So yeah, huge thank you. And if you are interested, you can check the Patreon. You get all the decks faster there, so you can terrorize Mythic before everyone else. And yeah, that's it for today. Tell me if you enjoyed it, and see you in the next video.
With